Hey Taurus, welcome to your January astrology and tarot scope for 2019. It certainly is a massive month, and that's because we have two very powerful solar and lunar eclipse, which is going to rock us from the start. It's shaking us up. It's showing us the way forward. It's revealing things that need to be revealed for us to really go for it in 2019. And one of the major energies for you this month is all about you stretching, growing, changing and adventuring, and you're being aided and helped in that way. But let's start at the beginning. Mars is changing signs and going into your magical mystery tour zone. You find yourself kind of passionate about fighting for what you spiritually believe in. You may find yourself wanting alone time to work out what your intuition is trying to tell you. You know, you might find you haven't got the physical drive you normally have, but you're going through a kind of transition. And when the sun joins forces with Capricorn on the 2nd, around that day anyway, check it in your country, you find yourself ready to commit to adventure, but it has to be something that comes from your soul. This massive eclipse that's coming, also Mercury's going into your adventure zone. The massive eclipse, solar eclipse, is in your sense of adventure and new horizons. And you'll find yourself seeing the world differently. Now, every Taurus I know and love, and believe me, there are many, including my son and my departed mother, I have a very, very intimate connection with Taurians. You know, they are passionately loyal. They are very giving beings, but they like their routine. They like what's familiar, particularly when it comes to moving house or traveling or doing something that means getting out of the familiar environment. I don't know if you're a typical Taurus, but on some energetic level, you know, massive change can unsettle you a little bit. Once you're there, it's cool. You dig your foundations in, everything is great. But this whole month is about something shifting, something changing, something bringing to you an expansion of your soul and the potential for an adventure. So you got to trust it. You got to go with it. Something will be revealed and you'll realize in your heart that change is inevitable. You could find yourself being attracted to people that are unique, different, unusual in some way. And you're drawn to esoteric subjects, philosophy. You might want to study, but you have a thirst for knowledge and a desire for change. So I don't know what the new moon solar eclipse is going to bring you, but I can guarantee you this, it's a new start on some level. So make the most of that. Also, you might find yourself really being honest and really spilling the tea about your feelings and emotions, even if you weren't intending to do so. Venus is entering Sagittarius, and you find yourself also going into an opportunity this month to truly come into your power, to overcome your fears and deal with stuff that maybe you've picked up. To deal with stuff that maybe you picked up from childhood wounds or things that happened to you in the past that kind of damage your tender heart, and you can kind of move on a level from some of that pain and re-empower yourself and feel good about being you and the future and stepping up and stepping in to what you want to do. You may be under the spotlight at some point this January, and normally if that was something that would like worry you, you're like, bring it on. I am going to feast on being out there and really recognize any issues within myself to do with power and powerlessness, addiction, sex, life, death, rebirth, primal emotions are going through a change. And that's because a lot of energy is around you, connected to Jupiter, who wants to empower you to come into who you truly are, you know, and it's bringing a sort of fearlessness to your month and year, in fact. And Venus is going into that position as well. So it kicks off with you looking at your fears and what you're holding back when it comes to love, lust, sexuality. You might find yourself broadening your horizons in one of those areas. Now, the other big eclipse for you is connected to your home and family. Again, these are very important areas to you on the 21st, but it could be that you have a peak positive experience that changes the game in some way when it comes to your home and family, and you're able to move on and move more freely. I do have to say, obviously, full moons are very emotional, and this one is a particularly potent one, but it's bringing you a gift. So that's the most important thing. There is a gift within the transitions that you're going through this month. Excuse me for having to keep My iPad is over there. I've got nowhere to lean it here to look at what the transits are doing. So forgive me if I keep looking away. Okay, the sun, Venus is trine Mars. And there's a lot of profound spiritual shifts going on for you this month. You may have strange, mysterious meetings with people, really deep feelings that are rising up within you, almost like you feel that you're connecting to other people's souls this month, while also being more aware of what's going on in the deeper levels of yourself. Take time out, write a journal, do things where you can capture that and use it as for food to make the changes that are coming up this month. What else? Yeah, towards the end of the month, you're heading to more focus on your career. We have the Sun conjunct Mercury. We also have Venus conjunct Jupiter. Both those things are going. You can be successful. You can, success is not necessarily about money. It's about abundance and feeling like you're doing everything that you can do. You're at the top of your own game, not how anyone's judging you. But it's like you're blossoming towards the end of the month, and you have the power to think about your career and to think about moving forward. And in February, actually, there's a lot of good career stuff coming up for you. Hold on one second, finally. Yeah, I mean, I think the end of the month is when you focus on your career. The beginning of the month, you're focusing on your spirituality, deep stuff about how you can empower yourself, but it's all kicking off. I'm just going to get my cards. I am not going away. Let's have a little look. What's in store for you, Taurus, in January? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Okay, I love this. The Magician, here you are. It's a new start. You know it. You feel it. It's coming. And like the Magician, you notice he has every tool he needs to create the alchemy and the magic to go forward. It is all there. And that's you. You know, you're channeling as above, so below. What you believe you create this month. But on top of that, you've got the practicality of the Pentacle, you've got the emotion of the Cup, you've got the fire in your belly, and you've got the air, the intellect to do what you got to do. It's a brand new start. Also, as it marries up with the astrology, this is the soulmate card. You're feeling things very deeply. You almost have a purity of spirit like when you were a little kid, and you'll meet people that bring that out in you. You just feel this pure connection. You know, there's no bullshit, there's no games, there's no ego. You're just bonding with each other. So these are great cards so far. Yeah, you're having yourself like a little emotional rebirth. For some of you, there may be a child coming. For others of you, it may be a rebirth of your creativity. You suddenly see the world in a new way because you've dumped the bullshit and the fear and, you know, come into your maturity, the King of Pentacles. Doesn't matter what gender you relate to, if any. The King of Pentacles is secure in their being, you know, whilst you've also got that water coming through saying that you're dealing with your emotions. Okay, there may be an addiction, which I mentioned before, that you need to deal with. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. You've got a bit of that primal energy going around with Jupiter being there. There may be temptation. There may be erotic encounters. Make sure, I mean, nobody can judge you morally. You've got to judge yourself. But if you know it's not right for you, and it's like an addictive feeling, you got to make a call on whether, you know, how you want to deal with that energy, you know, although it'll also indicate you can have some amazing erotic experience. And then Judgment. You're moving on to a new phase. You know it. You're the Magician and you're heading towards feeling more secure in yourself and sort of working hard enough. If you sit under the duvet and don't do any work and play computer games till 4 a.m. and, you know, you're not following your destiny, it may be, if you don't do the practical stuff, this doesn't happen. But if you utilize the energy of the cosmos, then great success for you this month. Really good. Take care, gorgeous. Have a stunning 2019. This is going to be a very interesting year. I've just put the yearlies up. Check it out because this year, everything changes. Take care and I'll speak to you soon.